All right, everybody. Another update here, and let's move it along quickly. Finger motion. Let's start with that. I've talked about it for a couple of days. I said to buy the 5 cent options. I loved them. I said it 10 times. I told you institutions were coming to buy it. I told you that. I told you that there's big players coming, and everything's starting to fall in line. I'm hearing that the stock is going to hit $5 tomorrow. I don't know how, what, where, but the last stock these guys did, it went from 3 to 20. So first is your volume, all your volume lovers, all the whiners that were calling me up. There's no volume, there's none of this. It's got 7 million shares today. People are buying it. Who's selling it? Well, we know who the sellers are. All right. Soon they get upside down. When it turns, it runs, and that's how these things begin. You've seen many of them that gone from Christian Shaughnessy to one of your day went 2 to 70. All right. This is the beginning. If you believe that there's a short in the stock, I told you there's plenty of opportunities with cheap options. For those people that were piss poor, that bought $5 options, I call them the nickel options, you could sell them at 10 cents, sell half of them, and you got a free ride. There's nothing like playing options for free. Right? When you own options for free, it's the best play in the world. If you bought 100, you sell 50 of them at a dime, you got the options for free. You have 50 or 5,000 shares for free for 3 weeks. I'm just trying to show you how to protect yourself because there's many people here who don't know how to trade options, and I'm just trying to show you how to do it to stay alive. All right, options are risky. We all know that. 5 cents, you can't get much riskier than there's like very little risk there. That's why I said to buy them. I said it 10,000 times. Right now with the stock here, I think the July ones are offered at 20 cents. If you can get them at 15 cents, that's a great play. All right, so again, you get a little more time, and for 20 cents, you're paying $1.20. And the stock is 87, 88 cents, whatever it may be. But again, the game's just beginning. Almost 10 million shares in volume. There's big buyers around. Obviously, there's a seller that's the naked short trying to hold it down, as usual. But again, I'm told tomorrow there's a good chance that this thing will be 5. Why? Where? I don't have the money to buy it, or else I would have been buying it myself. I told you 50 times if I could borrow the money, I would have bought the shit out of those calls. And if you were quick, you could probably sold some at 15 cents. Okay, but again, I didn't do anything. Just letting you know, I haven't buying a share. I don't have any more money. I'm locked and loaded like everybody else. All right, but if you're not, and the opportunity's here, you always wanted to get in the beginning. Again, so much as well, the stock's starting lower. Those are the naked shorts pushing it down. All right, the naked shorts push it down. They want everyone to bail out. For those who did bail out yesterday, what can I say? Call the SEC up. We did. We had the truck at the SEC on Monday, if anyone didn't pay attention. We called them out again. No one says boo. We tell them there's 500 million shares naked short. They don't address it. At least come out and say, hey, there is no naked short. There is a naked short. They don't say anything. Their silence, as some people say, is deafening. No one says anything about it. We put the truck out there 24 times. All right, we've been whistleblowing. We put the faces of the debt spiral guys, Hudson Bay, Lynn Partners. They're all right here standing in front of us. All right, so again, finger motion. I told you, a little birdie's telling me that it's in play, and there you go. You got it. All right, it's that you know what I know. Am I doing anything? No. Am I telling my friends to buy it? Absolutely. I've told 25 people this morning when it started to go buy it. My friend was just buying it at 92 cents. Doesn't make a difference. If it's going to go, it's going to go. We've been talking about it a long time. All right, so that's number one. GDC, I have no fucking clue what's going on there. SEC's a disgrace. The company's not saying anything, although the company doesn't have to really say anything. All right, I'm waiting for now, since Bitcoin has gone down, up, sideways, whatever's going on here. Why hasn't that guy canceled his bid? 1075. The company's value is right around here now. with the Bitcoin coming in and maybe a little less. Is he going to cancel his bid? If the guy's a scam, this is his opportunity to cancel the bid because the price of Bitcoin has gone down. But he hasn't. And I was curious why this guy hasn't canceled the bid. You know, he's looking to pay $10.75. So if he was a total scumbag and this was a complete scam by a guy to make a fake bid, he has the perfect opportunity to walk away to the price of Bitcoin. And that, I'm curious to see if anyone does that. If he stays here, that tells me that they really want to own this Bitcoin. They really want to own this company. All right, but if he leaves, he's got an opportunity to leave, which could be to cover up that it's a fake bid, or he can leave because the value or lower his bid, since the company hasn't addressed it yet. The company's going to have to address it. Obviously, the bid's too low. It doesn't make any sense at $10.75, but the stock at 10 cents, 11 cents. All right, so again, it's just common sense. We're all watching this crazy thing. My friend of mine just bought more this morning, and there's nothing more I could say about it, is that it's nothing but fraud, and the SEC is allowing this to take place. It's just remarkable that no one's saying anything about it. Trading millions of shares every day at the exact same spot. Stocks only trade in the same spots when it's a prearranged or the same people playing the stock on both sides. Because stocks, I don't call up my friends and say, I'm going to pay 11 cents. Can you sell it to me 11? And 10 minutes later say, I want to sell it back to you at 11. Let's do it again for shits and giggles here. So obviously it's fraudulent, the activity. We just have to sit here and watch it as the SEC does nothing to stop the fraudulent trading activity. Again, this type of activity gives false information into the marketplace. If you look at it, washing the trade is putting false information into the marketplace, and that's what's going on here. How a stock doesn't lift up a penny is just remarkable. And I can't imagine the company sitting here saying, hey, let's sell some more shares. Don't let it go above 10 cents. It doesn't make any sense. All right? Anyway, so let me just touch on again finger motion. I think it's going to gap tomorrow. I think it could be $5 tomorrow. That's my opinion on it. That's what I'm hearing from good players, and we'll see what happens. I know people are buying the shit out of it, and someone keeps selling it. The people who are selling it, we all know who they are. So everyone is part of that. All right? Let's talk about NRGV. NRGV. Everyone clean your ears. The rumors coming out of Morgan Stanley. They're the people that tipped us about it in the beginning. NRGV. They're saying a major deal worth billions of dollars, not a billion, billions in revenue, will be announced shortly. I don't know who it's with, all right, but that's what I'm hearing. And yesterday, late afternoon, the stock started to take off. I wasn't home. A friend called me up and told me it was 568 going down. All of a sudden it turned and it closed near the high of 590 something. Actually traded above 6. This morning traded 610. There's 750 million real naked shorts and 19 million real shorts. They haven't covered a share yet. So these guys are being caught with their pants down for sure. They haven't covered a share yet, and the stock is almost $6. Based on what I heard, my target price I said was going to go around 25 like Wolf. Based on what I heard, this thing's going to 50. When these shorts panic and cover, you're going to see something so crazy because the deal behind it is with such a major player that will add, just make it rocket. Okay? It's different than a finger motion rocket because finger motion shareholders are experts on naked short selling. NRGV shareholders are not. I hope I educated a lot of them, but I really haven't spoken to the big players there. I don't know them. Okay, but again, finger motion is different than NRGV, and that's why finger motion will have a much bigger play because people are educated on it. A friend of mine said he paid 605 for NRGV this morning. So again, it's very different types of short squeezes. NRGV is going to be a major short squeeze based on huge fundamental news. Okay? If anyone has any connection to Morgan Stanley, give them a call. They got the scoop on it. All right? So again, I'm not telling you the name. I'm going to wait to see when it comes out. But if this company invests in it, you'll understand exactly what we're talking about. And when you see the name, let's see what happens. If the company's got the deal done, we should see some press on it shortly. There's cheap options, the 7s for June. I think the 7 for June's at 20 cents, and I think the July's may be a better play. Just to play it safer, I think they're 30 cents. All right, but again, that's a stock. Let me see if I can just see the options. I don't want to talk. Give me 1 second. Let's see this. See if I get the July's up here. The July 7s, 70 cents. That's not worth it. Let's see if we go to June. The June 7s. 30 cents. So these options are expensive. The stock is $6 and the 7s at 30 cents. The June 8s are 20 cents also. I mean, they're both very expensive. You know, I wouldn't pay more than a quarter for the June 7s or the 8s, 15 cents. I would take a shot on them if you got some FU money. I would buy the June 8s at 15 cents. All right, you know, it's risky, but you're risking 15 cents. If the deal is what we say or what we think it is, you know, this stock could be $50 in a blur. It'll be like up 5, up 8, like that type of, it'll be like a SanDisk move. Every day going up $10, $20 like that. That's how big that news is. All right, again, out of Morgan Stanley, you got connection to Morgan Stanley, give them a call. Maybe you'll bump into the story. Again, I can't speak for them. I have someone that told me that it came out of Morgan Stanley, and I'm repeating it to you. All right? Again, from what I hear, these guys are well connected. They told me about the stock at 80 cents. The same people. All right? So if they came back and said this, something major is going on. So the opportunities there is huge. All right? That's a fundamental play. Finger Motion is changing their fundamentals. Institutions are getting behind it. I told you there's a massive group, big players that have been accumulating, and they were going to drive Finger Motion. They're here. They're showing you their hands. How long can the short hold it back? I don't think they're going to hold it back much. And I think the stock will start to run. And hopefully tomorrow morning we get that gap up towards 5. Then you can make a determination. If you want to sell, you can sell. You can do whatever you have to do. That's your business. All right, but most people own it, are educated about it. I think once we break $1 today, I think the thing will close. If we break $1 shortly into the close, I could see $1.60, $1.75. Tomorrow morning, it can open up 3-4 points higher, which is what I'm hearing. So there you go. Company starting in AI. The funds are behind it. We know the shorts here. We told the SEC on Monday that for the 24th time, Finger Motion, 500 million shares naked short. I don't think you could be whistleblowing any more than we have. And I told you, the big investors, the company, everyone knows about it. And everyone's sick of the whole scam. And just clean your ears. Make sure you pay attention. South Korea is ringing. And we have 2 shareholders that are well connected and are doing the right thing and have made great introductions. And we're going to get the fuck out of this place. All right? Once we get one over there, we got the gateway open. We can pick and choose who we're going to bring over. And we'll end this misery. We'll get rid of the DTC, FINRA, the SEC. Because guess what? When you trade on the South Korean exchange, they don't tolerate naked shorts. Fails to deliver, get closed out. And that's the game. I want to do it in Abu Dhabi. They didn't understand it. I tried. South Korea, 100% is the home for us who want to get away from naked short selling and have a legitimate stock market. That's our home. And guess what? Before I had the companies, I didn't have the country. Now I have the country, and I have to line up the companies again. All right? So, again, I lined up a couple. We present them, and they make the decision. But they're excited, we're excited, and I think we're going to get them. All right, everybody, I think I covered as much as I can. Have a great day. It's beautiful in New York today, and we'll speak to you soon. All right? Bye-bye.